the submission.
Let the representative of the bank submit the records he was ordered to bring here.
I already submitted the documents to the clerk.
They have already submitted.
Then issue a receipt.
Tingnan mo.
Issue a receipt for those documents.
I'm sorry. May we ask permission, Your Honor, that a member of the defense panel go over the
Yes.
documents being...
May we
May we
also,
do the same, Your Honor?
Both of you will examine the documents.
Kanina po kasi nasabit na eh.
May the senator judges, Mr. Senate President, be also given access to this document.
Proceed.
Preferably, if we can have a copy later on.
The members of this court can have access to these documents. After all, it was requested by this court for its own uses.
Tapos na? Can we have a copy of this right now, and may we request the clerk of court to give it to us?
You can.
May we be permitted, Your Honor, to make a short manifestation,
Yes.
Your Honor? These documents required by the court to be produced now, in our understanding, are rather confidential because they involve bank deposits, Your Honor. We will therefore request that they be placed in an envelope, sealed for that matter, so that not even the press may illegally use the same by way of showing them in the television shows and so on, Your Honor.
That's a reasonable request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But can we see it before it is sealed, Your Honor?
Yeah, only for the uses of the members of the court, but not for public exposure at the moment.
Can we ask for a 1-minute recess, Your Honor?
Trial recessed. Huh?
This is an impeachment trial.
Oh.
So, 1405 confessor account. So, why are we seeking?
No. Asan sila? Trial resume. Oh, Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, the documents have already been submitted. We may discharge the witness.
The documents having been submitted to the court, the witness is discharged.
We are now ready to listen to the prosecution for the continuation of the presentation of evidence or witnesses.
Prosecutor, present your next witness.
Your Honor, Mr. President, before that, may we just make a short manifestation on an administrative matter?
Go ahead.
Well, the prosecution manifests that we will not anymore present the witness from the National Statistics Office, namely Ms. Editha Orsilia, because on the pre-marking last 30 January 2012, attended by the defense, for a certain Dexter Corpus and the prosecution, Manuelito Luna, the defense has stipulated on the authenticity of the documents. Namely, the birth certificate of Maria Carla Corona, Exhibit 6 S for the prosecution, the birth certificate of Francis Corona, Exhibit 6 T, marriage certificate of Constantino Castillo III and Maria Carla Corona, Exhibit 6 U, and birth certificate of Maria Cherina Corona, 6 V, for the prosecution. So we just want to manifest that, Your Honor.
You have stipulated with the defense on this?
Yes, Your Honor, the defense can confirm it
All right.
if they wish to. A certain Dexter, Attorney Corpus was present and stipulated as the authenticity of those documents. That's the reason why the prosecution will not anymore present that the witness from the National Statistics Office, Your Honor.
So
We
you,
thank the defense for
yeah,
stipulating.
you offer that at the proper time when you make your offer of evidence.
That's correct. Thank you.
Next witness.
Before we, so now we proceed, Your Honor, we leave Article 2 of the impeachment complaint.
When you say you leave the Article 2, are you through with the presentation of your evidence in chief
Yes, I'm about to say that, Your Honor.
on Article 2?
We'll leave Article 2 with the reservation. Reservation on the foreign currency accounts, subject of the temporary restraining order
Yes.
issued by the Supreme Court, and also with the reservation earlier on the 6 accounts, 8 accounts, rather. It's 8 accounts from the PSB bank as testified by the President, because we were required by the Honorable Presiding Officer to submit a memorandum to that effect. So with that reservation,
What memorandum was that? I cannot remember.
this is regarding the testimony, Your Honor, of
the
the
President.
President of the PS Bank.
Yes.
Because we wanted to mark as our exhibits the 8 accounts produced yesterday by the President of the bank. But we were required by Your Honor to submit, and with that reservation, we leave Article 2, and we'll proceed now to Article 3. And we would like to request, Your Honor, that one of the members of the public prosecutors, public prosecutor, Congressman Sherwin Tugna, be recognized.
The named lawyer is recognized.
He's a member of the prosecution panel, Your Honor, Congressman Sherwin Tugna.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Justice. Good afternoon, Your Honors. We will now continue with the presentation of Article 3. And for our next witness, we will call on the Vice President of the Philippine Airlines, Vice President for Sales, Mr. Enrique Javier, Your Honor.
Proceed. Bring the witness in.
Now, to put the record straight, Your Honor, the Honorable Public Prosecutor mentioned our next witness. There is no witness yet.
No,
This is the first witness, Your Honor.
that's correct. That's lapsus in memoriam.
Yeah, but just so the journal will speak.
If I may,
Real situation, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Presiding Justice, the Public Prosecutor, Congresswoman Bagao, has already presented a witness for Article 3, and it was Mr. Bob Anduisa, Mr. Presiding Justice.
So his testimony is also in support of impeachment Article 3. That's correct. Is that right? You confirm that, Mr. Counsel?
Yes, Mr. Presiding Justice.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So that's settled. Bring the witness in.
Mr. Presiding Justice, if I may,
Yes.
I am calling on Private Prosecutor Attorney Marlon Manuel to conduct the direct examination.
Attorney Marlon Manuel may now proceed to handle his witness.
Kala ko
Let the witness take the witness stand and be sworn.
Please raise your right hand, Mr. Witness. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this impeachment proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
So help you God.
Your Honor, we offer the testimony of the witness to prove that while the case entitled Flight Attendants and Stewards Association of the Philippines, FASAP, versus Philippine Airlines Incorporated, Patricia Chong, in the Court of Appeals, GR number 178083 was pending before the Supreme Court. Chief Justice Renato Corona and Mrs. Cristina Corona received special privileges, including free plane tickets from Philippine Airlines. The witness will also identify documents covered by the Senate subpoena. May I proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Magandang hapon po, Mr. Javier.
Magandang hapon din naman.
Maaari niyo bang sabihin ang inyong pangalan, edad at tirahan?
Ako po si Enrique Javier, 53 years old, at naninirahan sa Capitolio, Pasig.
Salamat po. Maaari niyo bang sabihin kung ano ang inyong trabaho sa kasalukuyan?
Ako po ang Vice President for Sales ng Philippine Airlines.
Gaano katagal na po kayo Vice President ng Philippine Airlines?
At this juncture, Your Honor, with the kind permission of the Honorable Court. If Your Honor, please.
Yes.
We have a motion to quash the subpoena against this witness, Your Honor, on the humble submission that his testimony will be irrelevant, immaterial, and impertinent to the subject matter of the case, Your Honor. It is not.
Why irrelevant and immaterial?
It is not. Your Honor, please, this witness is allegedly being presented in connection with impeachment Article 3, Your Honor.
Correct. And that's why I was reading it.
And there is no mention about the alleged plane tickets mentioned in here, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I will read I will read Article 3. Respondent committed culpable violation of the Constitution and or betrayal of public trust by failing to meet and observe the stringent standards under Article 8, Section 7.3 of the Constitution that provides that members of the judiciary must be a person of proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence in allowing, this is the charge, in allowing the Supreme Court to act on mere letters filed by a counsel which caused the issuance of flip-flopping decisions in final and executory cases, semicolon, in creating an excessive entanglement with Mrs. Arroyo through her appointment of his wife to office, semicolon, and in discussing with litigants regarding cases pending before the Supreme Court. Now, counsel, for the prosecution, what's the relevancy and materiality of this witness to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor. The presentation of the testimony of the Vice President of Philippine Airlines that the respondent and his wife received free travel benefits, special privileges while a case is pending in the Supreme Court, Your Honor, need not be alleged, Your Honor, in the complaint because, Your Honor, these are mere statements of evidentiary facts which constitutes as the reason for the impartiality of the respondent in favor of Philippine Airlines. Philippine partiality, Your Honor. I submit, Your Honor.
We deny this witness. It is not relevant to Article 3.
Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor.
I just read to you Article 3 of your impeachment. This is the one that is going to be voted upon by the members of this court. That there's no allegation in Article 3 that you allege about perquisites or favors.
If I may, Your Honor, just for a minute, Your Honor. Please,
Yes.
Please. Your Honor, the charge in Article 3 is that the respondent culpably violated the Constitution and betrayed the public trust because he lacks independence and integrity, Your Honor.
Yes.
And
Wait a minute, but
if I may be...
wait a minute. The court speaks, you stop. You read your article, the way you framed your Article 3. Huh? Yeah, I know that you are a literate person. And it says, you are quoting Section 7, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution that provides that a member of the judiciary must be a person of proven competence, integrity, probity, and independence, and the rest. In that, 3 charges, 3 allegations. In that, in allowing the Supreme Court to act on mere letters filed by counsel which caused the issuance of flip-flopping decisions in final and executory cases. That's one. In creating an excessive entanglement with Mrs. Arroyo through her appointment of his wife to office. That's another one. And in discussing with litigants regarding cases pending before the Supreme Court. Now you're expanding the coverage of this article. This court will not allow the expansion of this article unless you amend it. So ordered. God.
Your Honor, just...
What?
If I may be allowed, Your Honor, to just to expound on the matter, Your Honor, why we were...
I have already, the court has already ruled. You are wasting the time of this court. My God, we have to have some discipline in here. You made allegations and you are going to expand it without charging, without the proper charges in your Article 3?
Your Honor, I understand that you have already made a ruling, but if I may, Your Honor, if I may just explain for a minute, Your Honor, why this matter is being sought to be introduced.
Then, if you want to introduce that, amend your articles of impeachment.
Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, the presentation of this testimony is relevant because, Your Honor, it will help establish the partiality of the respondent in favor of Philippine Airlines, Your Honor. I submit, Your Honor.
But you did not allege it here.
Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, if I may
Well,
explain.
the court has ruled, so that's it. You take me to the court.
Mr. President, we may now discharge the witness.
The witness is discharged.
May I ask the prosecution for if there are any other witnesses?
I already told you that this is the trouble of your articles of impeachment. You are not very careful in your allegations, and you want to expand it in the course of the trial. And I've warned you several times.
Your Honor, although there is a ruling...
No, there's a limit to the patience of this court.
Your Honor, motion to confer with other client, with other counsel, Your Honor.
You may. Session suspended. Trial suspended for 1 minute.
May we expand the suspension, Mr. President, to 10 minutes?
All right. 10-minute suspension.
Is that in accordance with the rules of court, expanding the recess?